I've mentioned the term concentrator quite a few times during previous lessons. I use this term to generically define a series of networking devices. Today, we'll look at the different devices that perform a concentrator function and learn what each device does. All the devices we'll learn about today concentrate lots of different wires from individual PCs into a single box. However, as we'll learn, they have some additional capabilities. The first device we'll talk about is the repeater. Repeaters were originally designed to extend the size of a coax-cabled network. A repeater is installed to connect two sections of coax. All traffic from one side is amplified and retransmitted to the other side. The idea of using coax for a network infrastructure became outdated, and now, instead of attaching every user to the same cable, users would be attached to a single box, the repeater. It's important to remember that the repeater still acts like a single cable. Only one device can communicate on the network at a time, and traffic generated by one device would be seen by every device. However, the advantage of using a repeater instead of just a cable is that the repeater eliminates the single point of failure associated with one cable. If a port on a repeater fails, only the device attached to that port is affected. Now, let's take a look at how the repeater works. One station generates a packet of data and sends it to the repeater. The repeater then replicates the data and sends the message out all its ports. All the stations connected to the repeater receive that packet. All these stations examine this new packet and ignore it if it's not destined for them. One station sees the packet as addressed to it and receives it. As more and more users were added to networks, more and more repeaters were also added. To make the network larger, repeaters would be connected to other repeaters. With multiple repeaters, the one original message could replicate many, many times. This created problems, because as the message was repeated over and over and over again, it would often become corrupted. To prevent this, it is recommended that networks be designed with no more than 4 repeaters between the source and destination. One final note. Repeaters are not very intelligent devices. In fact, they're just plain stupid. They can't recognize packets or addresses. They simply repeat the individual electrical or optical signals they receive without thought to where the information is going. Repeaters were the first networking devices invented. But as technology improved, a new generation of devices was developed. They were called bridges.